right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Tonight's the coldest night of the season so far. How cold it'll feel in the morning and that temperature roller coaster ride we're in for the rest of the week.
Greater St. Louis shakeup.
Definitely surprised, didn't see it coming.
The surprising exit tonight leading to questions about the city's economic future. A whooping cough wave hitting St. Louis.
It's making us realize how much of a tip of the iceberg situation we're in right now.
Tonight, the warning for families with more holiday gatherings on the horizon. We start tonight at 10 with the weather impact forecast. The snow has stopped falling, but the thermometer outside has not. We're in for the coldest night we have seen since last winter. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson. Mike Bush has the night off. Temperatures are tumbling into the teens overnight, and it will feel even colder. Let's get straight over to meteorologist Jim Castile with the impacts the Arctic blast will have on your Tuesday morning, Jim.
Yes. Yeah, that impactful cold is with us. So what we're watching now is the snow on the ground, mainly grassy areas. Here's the airport, there's St. Louis, but the clouds are still with us. It clears as we get toward sunrise, and then as that happens, these temperatures in the 20s fall into the teens, and then you have to also add in that wind chill factor. So it feels like right now 11 in Pittsfield, 14 at St. Charles, 18 Chesterfield, and Flora. You're in at 13 right now. And there are some areas that are beginning to clear, although those clouds are really holding on tight. But the coldest time will be from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow. And of course, you want to dress in layers with this cold temperatures. And the coldest we've seen so far, it was 19 this morning in St. Louis. And likely, if we clear, we'll drop down into the mid-teens, even around the St. Louis area. But you can see here that everybody's going to be bitterly cold. And this is more like January, and I'll have much more on a warm-up in just a few minutes.
Tonight, a big shakeup in the organization focused on transforming downtown. The CEO of Greater STL Inc. is leaving for Ohio just weeks after he publicly criticized the president of the Board of Aldermen. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon is in the newsroom with reaction from those concerned about the future of downtown. Brent.
They really are concerned, Kelly. That criticism was over what to do with the Ram settlement money. Downtown advocates want the money invested in making downtown better. City leaders are weighing other options like childcare and investing in North City. Some now questioning the timing of today's developments.
Our future is going to be brighter than our past, and it starts with the people in this room.
That's Greater STL Inc. CEO Jason Hall speaking before the local business community back in October.
One voice, one agenda, one metro with an inclusive agenda. Folks, that is our future.
Now, the man who's led the charge to unite the St. Louis region since 2020 is leaving for a new job in Columbus, Ohio.
Definitely surprised, didn't see it coming.
Tanner Tucker with the Downtown Neighborhood Association praises Hall's organization for making a lot of headway in just a few years.
They've really advocated for bringing additional security, additional funds downtown.
He also praises the group's proposal to invest Ram settlement money into downtown St. Louis. In this letter last month, Hall criticized Board of Aldermen President Megan Green because he thought she seemingly backed other ideas instead. It appears that you ended the public engagement process and that you had timed your comments to try to hold the line for your personally preferred outcome, Hall wrote. A sham process with foregone conclusions is no process at all. Green later reinforced no decisions have been made on what to do with that money just yet. Executives at Greater STL insist the timing of Hall suddenly parting ways is a coincidence. I hope this transition leads to continued growth for GSL and success for Mr. Hall in his new role, Green said in a statement Monday.
I hope they bring in another strong leader that can really push for change downtown, to push for additional funds, both private and public in the area, and really continue this momentum that started full steam ahead.
I requested an interview with Hall. A spokesperson for his company said he isn't available today because he's in Columbus. Hall's last day on the job is not decided yet. All we know is that it's in the coming weeks.
New developments tonight in the investigation into the shooting death of CBC hockey player Colin Brown. Crime Stoppers has increased its reward to $25,000 for information leading to an arrest in the case. The 16-year-old was hit by a stray bullet while riding home from his hockey game along I-55 near Loughborough. If you have any information on the shooting that happened November 23rd at around 10:30 p.m., you can leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers. The number 866-371-TIPS. Today, Brown's classmates at CBC returned to school for the first time since his death. They gathered this morning for a memorial mass. His photo and hockey sweater were displayed in front of the altar. Staff said he embodied the school's motto, Brothers for Life. The 16-year-old will be laid to rest this week. Visitation will be held Thursday from 4 until 9 at CBC. Then a funeral mass will be celebrated Friday at 10 a.m. at the St. Louis Cathedral Basilica. Tonight, we're hearing from the Brooklyn, Illinois police chief after the department was involved in 3 police chases in just 8 days. All of the chases ended in crashes in Missouri. The first chase last Sunday started with a drug deal at a Brooklyn club and ended when a driver went across the McKinley Bridge and crashed at I-70 in Salisbury. The second, on Saturday, started when a driver swerved in front of Police Chief Terry Pruitt and took off across the Eads Bridge. That driver crashed near the Fox Theater. And the third happened early this morning and ended with a crash near Enterprise.
Everybody thinks that once they get to Missouri, we have to terminate and they're good to go. We still have to do our jobs, and we still have to, A, police the public and protect the public. Yeah. So 3 pursuits is a little bit excessive.
Chief Pruitt says right now they don't have any policies in place for high-speed pursuits, but he's working on it. Developing tonight, a former Sangamon County deputy charged in the deadly shooting is being allowed out of jail before his trial. Sean Grayson is charged with killing Sonia Massey in her Springfield, Illinois home. A circuit court ruled Grayson was wrongfully detained. He is now set to be released Friday. Massey's family says the decision is unacceptable.
We're going to get justice for my daughter, whatever it takes. When my daughter can get up and walk out of that cemetery, then he can get out of jail.
The state's attorney's office is appealing the pretrial release to the state Supreme Court. Right now, St. Louis police need your help finding 2 thieves caught on camera. Police released this video of a man they say stole from Ballpark Village offices. He can be seen in the video wearing 3 large hats and later a costume-style gold chain necklace. Police say he stole thousands of dollars worth of items and damaged an ATM in the facility. The department also posted this Ring camera video today on X of a suspected porch pirate in Soulard. The video shows a woman stealing an Amazon package from a front porch on 10th Street last month. Police are asking anyone who may know either suspect to turn them in or leave an anonymous tip by calling Crime Stoppers. That number, 866-371-8477. We have a health alert tonight. St. Louis area pediatricians are seeing more cases of whooping cough. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski talked with health officials about the symptoms parents should look out for as people gather for the holidays. Laura?
Kelly, the St. Louis County Health Department says they're primarily seeing whooping cough in cases with kids, but it's very contagious, and even the parents are getting it too.
Missouri Department of Health data says 603 cases of pertussis, also known as whooping cough, have been reported this year. 225 of those are in St. Louis County, which is a lot more than health officials have seen in recent years.
It's actually not unexpected. We've had similar numbers to these in the past, and whooping cough is pretty cyclic. So every couple of years, you'll get a bigger outbreak that'll last a little while, a community-wide outbreak like we're seeing now.
St. Louis County senior epidemiologist Amanda Brzezowski says one pediatric office is testing a lot more than others, which is good, but that also means there are probably more cases they're not aware of.
It's making us realize how much of a tip of the iceberg situation we're in right now. Imagine if every practice was testing as much as this one practice was. Instead of getting, a dozen cases a week, we would be getting 100 cases a week.
The most common symptom is coughing spasms that cause you to ultimately lose your breath or even throw up. Cardinal Glennon Dr. Aaron Miller says older kids and adults might not realize they have it, but it's very severe for infants who can be hospitalized for months.
They develop apnea, like instead of this terrible cough, they actually hold their breath and stop breathing, turn blue, and they can't tolerate their feeds. And we just have to, and the antibiotics don't do anything for them to decrease it. It's really just time until their body recovers.
Dr. Miller says vaccinations are the most effective tool for prevention.
One problem with the pertussis vaccine is that the immunity wanes over time. And so that's why we have to give so many shots. And there has to be, we recommend a booster at 11 to 12 years of age.
And people with whooping cough can be contagious for up to 21 days, making it very important to get an antibiotic as soon as you can to prevent the spread. Kelly.
Thank you, Laura. A lot of tail wagging tonight at the Enterprise Center as the St. Louis Blues Barkley welcomed a few of his friends for a spin on the ice.
Yeah.
Barkley, the official ambassador for the Blues, led the latest litter of puppies from Duo Dogs onto the ice during the Blue Crew cheerleaders practice tonight. Barkley came to the Blues as a puppy through Duo. The St. Louis nonprofit trains and matches dogs with people and groups to help change lives through touch therapy, assistance, emotional assurance, and more. The pups were joined by their handlers. Duo says tonight was great practice for the puppies to be in a public setting as part of their training, and Barkley, of course, is the best pup to show them the ropes. Jingle Bell Sock.
We really didn't get to see much of it because we were only there about 5 minutes.
The new Holly Jolly time in St. Charles County now leading to a state investigation.
There was multiple people, multiple children falling down.
Wipeout. Tonight, the downside of a popular disinfectant product parents need to know about. A midweek warm-up will melt our snow, but more cold weather is on the way, and I'll let you know if there's any more snow showers or not. Tonight, the Missouri Attorney General's office is investigating a St. Charles County pop-up holiday experience called Jingle Holiday. It comes after multiple complaints about safety. Abby Schroka tells 5 on Your Side she spent $260 on 4 tickets to the event. Their fun lasted only about 5 minutes when her family hit the snow tubing hill.
Lanes were lined in board, and that's actually what I caught my foot on. The board was up higher underneath the tube, and then when I went down, my foot turned and caught the wood. That's what broke my leg.
Citing safety concerns, a number of people told 5 on Your Side they requested a refund, only to be told all sales are final. The Better Business Bureau says some customers could still recoup their money.
Contact the method of payment. So if it was a credit card, contact the credit card company, dispute the charge, let them know what happens. We're hearing from Better Business Bureau that people paid for something and they didn't get what they paid for. So if you let the credit card company know that you didn't get what you paid for, you can dispute that and hopefully get your money back.
In a statement, Jingle acknowledged that there were areas for improvement and said they are actively implementing changes to ensure that every guest has an exceptional experience. Disinfecting wipes are an easy way to spruce up a dirty surface. However, for some, using them might do more harm than good. Tonight, Consumer Reports reveals the downsides of this cleaning staple and what you can use instead. Here's Mike Bush.
Sales of disinfecting wipes skyrocketed in the early days of the pandemic. Disinfecting wipes are convenient, sure, but it turns out they're often overkill for a simple cleaning job.
Products labeled as disinfectants aren't simply cleaners. They also contain pesticides, and because of this, they require more careful handling than you might expect for a product that frequently appears on back-to-school supply lists.
In many disinfecting wipes, the active ingredients include quaternary ammonia compounds, or quats for short. They're effective at killing germs and are even used for infection control in some healthcare settings like hospitals. But quats can also trigger health problems like lung irritation, asthma, and allergies.
These effects are especially concerning for kids because they breathe more air per pound of body weight than adults. No kids should be handling disinfecting wipes. Keep out of reach of children is right there on the label.
The American Cleaning Institute said in a statement to Consumer Reports, disinfectants are safe when used as directed. Disinfectants should not be applied by children. Most routine household chores require cleaning, but not disinfecting. Old-fashioned soap and water will do the trick. If you like wipes convenience, there are plenty that clean but don't disinfect. The EPA has a list of cleaning products that are considered to be safer than others. But certain situations, like a stomach bug, call for disinfecting to prevent the spread of infection. Thoroughly clean and disinfect the surface and allow plenty of time for the area to dry. Make sure young kids are not in the room for a while. For Consumer Reports, Mike Bush, 5 on your side.
There's still more than 90 minutes to go for Cyber Monday deals. It's on track to be the single biggest shopping day online this year, with more than $13 billion in spending. That follows a record-breaking $10.8 billion in online sales on Black Friday. Experts say the deepest discounts can be found on electronics and apparel. And the deals don't stop at midnight. Tomorrow is Travel Tuesday. Hotels are offering big savings, and Carnival Cruises is offering trips up to 45% off. You can save more by bundling your airfare. Expedia says most deals are good through 2025. It's the season of giving, and tomorrow is also Giving Tuesday. People are encouraged to donate to their favorite organization, volunteer, or be kind to others. For a full list of local organizations participating, text the word giving to 314-425-5355 and we'll send the link to your phone. And one way to give is to help a child impacted by foster care. 5 on Your Side is once again partnering with the Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition for Little Wishes. We still have more than 3,700 wishes to grant. If you would like to help, go to ksdk.com/littlewishes. Well, Scott's off tonight. Meteorologist Jim Castillo joins us with the weather impact forecast. We are in for a very cold night, Jim.
Yeah, too cold, too fast. You know, this is kind of like January, really. So it's very cold. And remember last week, we were at 32 finally in St. Louis. We finally hit freezing last Tuesday morning. And then now we're in this deep freeze. Still some snow on the ground. We had that record snowfall on Saturday, 3.2 inches at Lambert, and that old record 2.4 inches. Today, a ½ inch of snow, and that record was in 1967 of 1.7 inches. So we're watching those snow records, and also that chance of snow showers has finally decreased. So tonight, clouds still out there. We're expecting those to clear late tonight into tomorrow morning. So that temperature will drop from 28 to the teens when we clear. Feels like 19 now, and north wind still up at 10 miles an hour. 30 was the high. And those overnight lows, if we clear by around sunrise, temperatures again down in the teens in all areas. Maybe Centerville at about 20, but Jerseyville 13. Again, if those clouds kind of get out of here, which right now they're holding on tight for sure. 33 for that high tomorrow. We are expecting sunshine. And then look to the west of us. Here comes a warm front. Goodland, Kansas at 62 tomorrow. But for us, it's a really cold day. It's one of those days where you want to dress in layers for sure in the morning and likely throughout the day. It's just going to be too cold to enjoy that just above freezing temperature for the high. So the coldest time, 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. And it looks like the coldest so far this season. Dress in layers in the morning hours. And then we do get a warm day in here. Wednesday, above average temperatures, 52. But then here comes another front by the evening hours. It's breezy. And then we just get really cold again Thursday. Thursday, 29, but it's sunny. So no snow showers with that next front. And then if we look at our advanced tracking here, so this is Wednesday, there's that warmer air, but watch that purple come down into play here as we get into Thursday and Friday. And then we do warm up though for the weekend. In fact, Sunday will be our pick day of the weekend with much warmer temperatures by then. All right, 7-day forecast looks like this. Look at these numbers going up and down, that roller coaster ride. 33 tomorrow after that frigid start, 52 on Wednesday. And then there it is. 49 Saturday, 56 Sunday. So it gets better this weekend. Yeah. Chance of rain by Monday.
Oh boy, yeah, it really gets kind of a little warmer.
Yeah, slightly.
Weekend. All right, thanks, Jim. Yep. Here's Frank with sports.
Kelly, Jackson State made it interesting at Shavitz for SLU. There are some potential sexy matchups for Mizzou in the bowl game, and we're playing hit and run with the new Blues head coach Jim Montgomery.
This 5 on Your Side Sports Report is sponsored by Telly Tire and Auto Centers, driving your way since 1942.
So last year, Jackson State came to Mizzou and shocked the Tigers. Tonight, they came to Shavitz to play the Billikens. And there was a time in the first half where I thought this school should not be allowed in our state anymore. And oh, by the way, they came in with an 0-7 record. Here was that worried moment. Juan Reina with a 3, and Jackson State led by 11. What is going on here? The Billikens then talked it over. Then the pride of Pattonville, Kellen Thames, throwing himself on the ground, the steal, the bucket, and one. Billikens down 3. Then the big 3 took over in the second half. Gibson Jimerson with the tray. He had 21. He's 12 away from Anthony Bonner's record. Robbie Avila had his typical well-rounded night, 15, 8, and 7, including that 3. And Isaiah Swope also had 18 points as he will dash to the glass. SLU wins 74-66. The Billikens are 5-2.
Sunday Night Quarterback is sponsored by Midwest Bank Center.
The Mizzou Tigers and Brady Cook are going bowling. It will be announced Sunday at 7 o'clock, and I think it's 3 bowls that really interest them. The Gator in Jacksonville, the Music City Bowl in Nashville, and the Las Vegas Bowl. Brady Cook told me last night on Sunday Night Quarterback that he would prefer to go to Nashville, where Mizzou fans would travel well, or to Las Vegas, obviously, a city with a lot of action. But the bigger question is, who does he want to play against? And I told him no hedging.
I think Illinois would be awesome. That'd bring back, a rivalry. That'd be a really meaningful game. I think Colorado would be cool. I think Michigan would be cool if that somehow aligned.
Luther Burden will not be playing. To the surprise of no one, Luther is entering the NFL draft. The pride of East St. Louis amassed 25 touchdowns and nearly 2,500 total yards for the Tigers over his 3-year career. He's expected to be a top 20 pick in the draft. Let's head to MICDS, where Ryan Robertson, the former Kansas great, on hand to watch his son J.D. play for Westminster against Miller Career Academy. J.D., one of the top shooters in the area. He had 13. The Wildcats really have some shooters. This is Will Powers. He had 17. Westminster beats Miller 67-27. We often play hit and run on Mondays with a sports celebrity. It helps the area to get to know the star well. And don't we all want to know more about the new Blues head coach, Jim Montgomery? Let's play hit and run.
10th man to play and then coach the St. Louis Blues.
If there were not hockey in this world, what do you think you'd be doing with your life?
I'd be a salesman.
Describe your wife, Emily, in a couple sentences.
Passionate and loyal.
Your best hockey moment in your career?
Any championship team I've been a part of, and I've been lucky to be part of many.
Hockey hero growing up?
Guy Lafleur.
Your son's hockey hero?
That's a good question. I don't know it might be Bobby Orr, because he had the chance to meet Bobby Orr.
Favorite restaurant in St. Louis?
Vito's Pizzeria.
When did you know this was going to be a great fit for you?
As soon as I told my son that, we were going to go back to St. Louis and he was going to be able to go and hang out with all his friends that he already had here, from his days at St. Gerard.
How about Emily and all this? I bet she's thrilled about this.
Oh yeah, Emily's fan, she's ecstatic. Everybody is. Our daughters, their best friends are here in St. Louis. My wife's best friends in St. Louis. My best friends in life are here in St. Louis.
Here's Butch Davis to Thomas, shoots, he scores! 9 seconds in, Robert Thomas!
What's your dream for this organization for the next 10 years?
Is to become an elite team that challenges to win the Stanley Cup year in and year out, have a culture that is respected, not only respected, but want to be copied in the league, and I want to win Stanley Cups.
He really does have the it quality, every player you talk to, they talk about his positivity. And I just think he just changes the whole outlook of Blues hockey as soon as he was hired.
Another great lead for the team then.
You got it.
All right, thanks, Frank. A holiday honor 66 years in the making. The Declaration giving a famous singer a sentimental feeling. A big holiday delivery today at the Missouri Governor's Mansion. A crane was used to drop a 40-foot Norway spruce on the front lawn. It will be decorated ahead of Friday night's tree lighting ceremony and candlelight tour inside the People's House.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
Christmas Tree is now the official holiday song for the state of Tennessee. Singer Brenda Lee was honored by state leaders today. You know, she was just 13 when she recorded the now holiday classic in 1958. The song topped the Billboard Hot 100 for the first time last year.
Wow.
We have a quick little for the weather tonight.
Yeah, it's frigid out there. So dress in layers tomorrow morning. You know, once the clouds get out of here and we clear up, temperatures are going to drop into the teens.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us at 10. We're always streaming on 5+, and be sure to start your day with Today in St. Louis, and that begins at 4 a.m. Have a great tomorrow.